Earlier this week, toddler cousins drowned after wandering into a pool area at their apartment complex. The girls just 1 and 2 years old.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we've seen a number of those drownings over the past few months as children as young as 1, also teenagers. As Brianna Boudreau reports, the YMCA of New Orleans offers swim lessons for people of all ages, hoping to prevent another life lost.
There is nothing better than cooling off in a pool on a hot summer's day.
Makai does very well because, like I said, he's been doing it for a while. And plus, we had a swimming pool in our backyard. Mason, it comes and goes. Either he's going to have a good day or he's going to have a rough day. It depends on his mood.
5-year-old Mason is practicing holding his breath and jumping into the pool. He's following in his big brother, 11-year-old Makai's footsteps, learning how to swim at the YMCA.
Yeah, you did so good.
Swim lessons at the YMCA start as early as 6 months old with a parent and me class.
And some of the things he focused on are what we call benchmark water safety skills. So those are things such as float swim, where if your child gets into the water and they're kind of far away from the side, they know how to roll to their back, keep that airway open, get some air in their lungs, and then swim back to the side to safety.
Taylor Olking is the executive director for community aquatics at the YMCA. She says they teach benchmark water safety skills that are the foundation for all of their swim lessons, no matter the age or the swimmer's skill level.
The other thing that we went over with Mason was how to properly exit the water. So you'll hear us a lot around here say elbow, elbow, tummy, knee, helping kids use their own body weight to pull themselves out of the water.
Those 4 swim benchmarks are swim, float, swim, properly exiting the water using the elbow, elbow, tummy, knee method, the monkey crawl, and the push, turn, grab, jump.
The other thing we worked on with Mason was what we call a monkey crawl. It's that hand over hand on the wall to get to an exit point. If your child's in water that they feel is too deep or too scared, that they can't touch the bottom or grasp that wall, they can monkey crawl to the side to a safe water exit point.
Taylor says the 4 benchmarks are all safety skills parents can actually work on at home with their kids.
And the last thing we actually did with Mason looks like an average jump. We call it jump, push, turn, grab. Kid jumps in the water, pushes off the bottom to get to the surface, turn around and reach for that wall.
I just touched the floor.
Simple tools that if practiced enough will create muscle memory in case a child really needs it. A situation we hope to never see as a parent, but one that happens far too often in our area.
Louisiana is actually ranked 3rd in drownings, and children under the age of 14, drowning is the 2nd leading cause of death.
For every child who drowns, another 5 are taken to the hospital after a near drowning, and many of them suffer lifelong brain damage. 4 children have died from drownings in the past month alone, the most recent being 2 toddler girls in Metairie who went into an apartment pool unsupervised.
If you're thinking about drowning, most of the time you think about open bodies of water, correct? More drownings in Louisiana actually happen in neighborhood pools, backyard pools, those types of situations. And near fatal drownings are actually statistically higher than fatal drownings.
From the sidelines, Martha Ellis-Bro, or Nana, as she likes to be called by her grandsons, watches them learn to swim.
I come from an area that's a small area. It's real country. We had bayous and ditches, but we never went into water like that. We went fishing.
She herself never learned how to swim, but as an ER nurse knows how important it is, especially living in Louisiana, that her grandchildren learn.
You hear these accidents of kids coming up missing, parents go outside and the kids floated in the pool. And that's horrible. That is a horrible sight to see. It's horrible for us as healthcare workers, and it's even worse for the parents.
So what are ways we can all do a better job at keeping our kids safe? Taylor says it starts with something as simple as paying better attention.
A lot of the times it goes into, there's sometimes that lack of supervision. Everybody's at the pool, at a party, everybody thinks everybody's watching everybody's kids, and no one's watching. So we want to make sure that our kids are always supervised when they're in the water. Nobody ever goes in the water alone.
And recognizing when a child is in distress.
Drowning looks sometimes like playing. Like it looks like a kid either trying to do flips to keep their head above water, or they scull, or they try to tread and try to keep that airway open. And a lot of people mistake that distressed swimmer as someone who's just playing around, but really they're in need of help.
She says unlike the movies, drowning is often quiet and happens in a split second, when someone slips below the surface.
Swim safety starts before you even head to the pool or to the beach this summer with your family. Safety experts want you to think about the bathing suits that you're purchasing for your kids. If you notice, lifeguards always wear red. Their equipment is red. That's because it's easy to spot underwater and around the water. You also notice their kickboards, lime green or yellow. That is the color you want to choose for your children. It's easier to see in a moment.
Alive Solutions is a company that specializes in water safety, and recently they put out a swimsuit color test to show parents which swimsuits were the most visible underwater.
It is important for us as water safety experts and as lifeguards to make sure that if somebody loses their airway, that we recognize and respond within a minute and a half and get that air into their lungs within that first minute and a half.
Taylor says in the past, access has also been an issue for families trying to find the right place to teach their children how to swim. Lessons can be not only difficult to find, but also to afford.
We actually teach swim lessons at 6 pools that we operate across the New Orleans metro area, and Nordsea offers swim lessons, and Dryads YMCA offers swim lessons. So there are around, but a lot of the times swim lessons, especially in the past, were done in someone's backyard. So I think just the lack of knowing where to go.
The YMCA offers 8 30-minute lessons for all ages for about $145. They also offer scholarships and have grant funding, meaning they will never turn a child away because of money.
Catch me. Yeah.
For Mason and Mackay, they're just having fun, working on their jumps and showing off for Nana. But in reality, they're learning the necessary skills to keep themselves safe around the water.
And there's a certain ethic and protocol you need to follow for you to be able to be in the water. And we're just really trying to teach him water safety and not to be afraid of the water. And hopefully it comes along with some of him learning the different techniques that he can learn. Lord, if he can learn to float, we'd be happy.
In Metairie, Brianna Boudreau, WWL, Louisiana.
It's important information for
So
everyone.
important.
That swimsuit color test is pretty fascinating.
Yeah, I've
This
never
is-
heard that. That's
No,
awesome.
yeah.
One more thing to keep your kids safe.
That is true.